right on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is The Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. This piece is entitled Conservative Organisations Being Blocked. Are Facebook and Twitter, YouTube and others blocking conservative views on social media? Well, speaking personally for A Radio, that's already happened by Facebook. They've blocked us completely. The organisation concerned got 650 million views on YouTube in 2017. That says all you need to know to me. The liberal left media were really caught napping by Donald Trump in the presidential election. But not next time. Expect your views to disappear next time, as they're doing right now. Here's a clip from Fox and Friends, March 6. Links on my site, but get them quick because they disappear for some strange reason. Your thoughts?
PragerU is a digital media group whose videos have hundreds of millions of views.
But the company claims tech giants like Twitter and Google are trying to crack down on them and silence them for being conservative. So now PragerU is suing.
Yep, Craig Stazzeri is the chief marketing officer for PragerU, and he joins us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So what is your argument? They're trying to silence you say?
Yeah, it's not trying. It's completely evident at this point. YouTube has restricted over 40 PragerU videos. If anyone has ever seen a PragerU video, they know that they're very educational and very appropriate. And it's very clear that YouTube is doing this because they don't agree with what we have to say. So it's actually scary that these big tech companies are cracking down on conservative voices simply because they don't agree. And they're restricting access to the exact audience we're trying to reach, which is young people. PragerU reaches millions of young people every day online, and the best way for them to slow our progress down is to restrict access, which is what they do.
Well, Craig, we ran a portion of one of your videos yesterday to introduce one of the guests we had on, and it's interesting. You're getting a lot of buzz. Look at BuzzFeed. They had this headline. It said how PragerU is winning the right-wing culture war without Donald Trump. What's interesting, though, is regarding Twitter and then Google, Twitter said they're not going to run your stuff. You can't monetize it because it's inappropriate. Are you saying it's inappropriate because they value it as conservative?
There's no other logical explanation. Yeah, Twitter wanted to get in on the action because of our effect. I mean, it was great that BuzzFeed recognized us as a powerful conservative voice on the internet. The left has had a monopoly both on the educational system and digital media, and PragerU is breaking through that, and it's a concerning element to those on the left and those who are running these tech companies. Twitter is no longer allowing us to run any ads on Twitter or promote any tweets because we're, quote, inappropriate. But inappropriate is clearly synonymous with conservative to them.
All right, so they've actually responded to you. Here's another example of something that you're running with the headlines. How Iraq was won and lost, gun rights are women's rights, why America must lead, and with these videos. And these are all restricted. What's wrong with e-cigarettes and why America's military must be strong. So they're all restricted, and their explanation is?
Inappropriate. We actually have it in writing from them. At first, we were hoping it was some innocent mistake or an incorrect algorithm, but we have in writing from Google and YouTube that our videos are deemed inappropriate for young people. This is why we launched an online petition that has over 450,000 signatures at PragerU.com. This is why we filed a lawsuit. Google and YouTube hold themselves out to be a public forum, a platform of freedom of expression and free speech online, but then they turn around and censor ideas they don't agree with. This is why we're heading to court next week on March 15th in San Jose, and you know, we're David, they're Goliath, but we're excited for this fight, not just for PragerU, but we're taking this on for America and for freedom of speech online.
So there are no, usually you hear inappropriate, you think of music that has cuss words in it the kids can't listen to, but no cussing, it's just your political feelings?
Undoubtedly, yeah. If Beyonce wants to shake around and dance, it's fine for a young kid to see, but if we want to give the history of the Iraq War, or talk about Israel's legal founding, or talk about diversity of opinion on college campus, that's something YouTube doesn't like. They see our numbers. They see that we reach millions of young people specifically, and there's no doubt that it's because we're conservative. They're trying to silence us.
And so they say that the content is inappropriate. What I find extraordinary is that you have reached out to these companies and you keep getting automated answers. You're taking them to court. You would think somebody at Twitter would pick up the phone and say, hey, Craig, let's talk this out.
Yeah, just to be clear, we're not suing Twitter. This is a new revelation, but in Twitter's circumstance, we reached out to them for 2 weeks. We want to take the diplomatic approach and really find out maybe it was a mistake, but unfortunately, every time we reached out to Twitter, because they closed down our ad account, they send us an automatic response that basically says, go to twitter.com/support to find out why your account was blocked. It's really a joke. I mean, it's really sad that we've come to a point in America where big tech companies have this much control over the content on the internet, and they're all using their power to silence conservative voices, especially the effective ones like PragerU.
Social media, not so social. All right, Craig Strazzeri, the CMO of PragerU. Craig, thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Gab, and email. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments at Spreaker.com under A Radio, that's EHRADIO, A Radio. And please click on the like button. And you can find all my podcasts and morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com and click on the Morning Moments tab.